Hello everybody. Okay, I think I am audible in live right now. Just a sec, let me check this thing first of all and then we'll keep going. Actually, I'm going live after so many days. 30 days back, 30 days ago I was live, and then today I'm live. That's been pretty. 30 days ago I was live, and then today I'm live. That's been pretty. Okay, that's pretty much fine. Coming back to this, the mic. Okay, then without any further delay, let's simply get started. Let me turn off everything. I will not really be able to see the chats and all. And again, I'm going live after so many days, so forget about having people here. Alrighty, so what are we gonna be doing here? So from today onwards, the main goal is actually to just simply work on the projects which are gonna be good for the interviews and all. So we are just simply gonna be focusing on them. Okay, so as for right now, I have some previous projects, but the thing is that it's been many months working on them, so it's for sure that I forgotten. Okay, and this draw was the one I was working on. Let's forget about that. Just a sec. This one, it has these many things. Let's just simply open this and see what's there in this particular part. Just a minute. This is one of the previous projects that I have, and I definitely worked on it, and of course it can be better, and that's what we are gonna be working on right now. But as for right now, what's the ls git status git log is starting to work on again. That simply means this is not the latest one. Actually, I made some changes and then I deleted that. In that case, I'll have to go through some of the things again, but that's fine. So this is one of them, and apart from this particular thing, I should have one more. Let me see. By the way, hopefully this particular live is gonna be 3 hours long, because when it comes to working on the projects, especially for the interviews and all, so you will have to give time, as simple as that. Coming back to this, this is another like Excalidraw project created by someone else, and I just got it online, so I started going through the code written by that guy and all. So okay, we have to explore this particular part too. So there are 2 projects right now currently. Let me keep them side by side. So these are the 2 projects that I have. Can I end this? Can I clear it? Okay, yeah. And both are Excalidraw projects, and we have to just simply go through both of them, exactly how the things are implemented and all. And this is how. What is the problem here? It should be fine, shouldn't it? It doesn't seem to be. Oh, come on. Just a second, give me a moment. Restart is not available and something is up with this. Okay, never mind, even if something is wrong, that hardly matters. Let me give it a color. That's gonna be peacock. Change it to favorite color, and that's gonna be okay. React blue, let's simply give this. Well, it looks crazy, but I could make it better for sure. Yeah, let's give this one. So ultimately these are the 2 colors that I have here. This doesn't seem to be working fine. Probably I need to restart my machine for some reason. Okay, let's see how it's gonna be going on. If it just keeps happening, then we'll definitely do that. So these are the 2 things, and apart from this particular thing, we have to this time we earlier what I did that most of the things we copied and pasted, took the help of AI and somehow made it work. So somehow we built the clone of Excalidraw. This time we should be able to build it build it everything, I mean build everything from scratch, and that too on our own. So that's the main goal, so that of course I can answer the questions and all. Coming back to this one, a few more questions I wanted to ask. Is this possible to create a documentation, like what is that called, docs type something? Because when it comes to this, so it has these three options: document, both, and canvas. So the question is that canvas is okay, overall I have the idea exactly how it actually can be created. How about this doc? What can I say even? Doc, if I want to create, or note. Hope it's not gonna be taking a lot of time. And definitely there seems to be network issue, but okay, can't really do anything. It will just keep going on. Hope so. Okay, coming back to this one. How can I create a doc or what is the name of that? Docs, right? How can create a website like Google Docs? Let's see. Okay, like Google Docs is much bigger than normal CRUD application, rich texting, real-time collaboration, indicators, conflicts, comments file. Well, it's gonna be too much in that case. Will user login, create document editor, autosave, share document, multiple users editing, text stack, React, TypeScript, Tailwind, TipTap, rich text editor. Okay, alternative editors, Quill, state. So probably I have to know about this. Google Docs itself is conceptually similar to Prose Mirror. Backend Node.js, Express Socket.io. So yeah, we do know sort of the text and all. It's all about working on it. Whenever the content changes, it just simply gets saved, deleted, on and all. Okay, this is something we can definitely explore in future. As for right now, let's simply go with the stuff that we already know. That is it. Excalidraw. Alrighty, now come on. I should be able to just simply remove everything. So this is the interface, at least this is the interface of the canvas that we have to create. Most of the things I'll try to create using the help of AI, so that it doesn't really take a lot of time and we just get it done really quick. We will mainly take the help of AI in creating the front end part. So this is how it's gonna be going on. But before even going through anything else, the first step is just simply to go through the previous code and let's see exactly what all is happening there. And before even that, run this project and see if there's anything that can be that needs to be fixed. Apart from this particular thing, nothing's here. And okay, as for this one, this is using turbo repo. That simply means the project that I was supposed to be working on, but okay, never mind. Okay, so let's do one thing. Of course, I'm gonna be getting the errors and all. And Docker desktop start. Okay, fine. Docker process status for all. So ultimately I have these ones, so these two databases running. In that case, Docker start PostgreSDB. Come on, PostgreSDB. That's gonna be turned on, Postgres database. Okay, as that spins up, I can just simply focus on these things. So coming back to this git remote, oh come on, git git. I hope this is the command. Okay, it turns out that I don't have any. The command is right? Yeah, that's right. Ultimately, nothing's connected right now. That's the problem. I mean, no a particular repository that's not connected. Coming back to this one, let's just simply try to run this. Before that, npm install. Everything's already up to date. Definitely, we are gonna be facing the issues and all. So npm dev, let's simply run this and then fix the issues. As simple as that. Okay, first of all, here we are. So I don't know, I just simply, because last time I pushed it to GitHub and then brought it back from there and then it started working on. So the first thing, it is telling me that generated Prisma client.js cannot find. Okay, never mind. So let's do one thing. cd to packages. Inside packages I have db database, and from there I'm exporting what? From there I'm actually exporting okay, it turns out I don't have my generated part here, so I have to generate. So npm prisma generate. Hopefully this is the command. Okay, it's my bad. I should have. Okay, missing required environment variable. Turns out we don't. The thing is that I just simply got it from GitHub, so I don't even have the environment variables. .env. When it comes to environment variables, so that's gonna be database url postgresql // postgres. The second one is actually the password. @localhost 5432/raw app is the name. This is how it works, right? Draw app. How do we write the URL? Excalidraw backend. Don't we have anything here? We do not. Okay, in that case, PostgreSQL database. What? PostgreSQL database URL. What is the format? So Postgres username, password, host, port, and the database name and some other parameters. That seems to be right one. Postgres this. Okay, let's try it out. So the same command again. It got generated. That's great. That's what I wanted. How about this? Before even that, npm prisma what? Let's simply try to migrate it. I don't know whether the schema is the same or not. So turns out the schema is the same. That's right. What it is saying, npm install save dev prisma. Ultimately they are not in their latest version. That's great. We'd better do that. So this first thing is done, and let's try to just simply run this. As for updating, then we'll do it later. So npm dev. Even before that, npm build. Okay, I'm using npm here, so of course I have to build it. In case of bunny, you do not really need to do that. Just a second. Hopefully everything's going well. Hello. Before that, yeah, fine. Okay, so what is the problem here? It is telling me that room canvas cannot find room can. Wow, that's insane, yeah. Room canvas room. Insane. It is unable to find something. App. We have canvas, we have page.tsx, and then we have room canvas. Okay, how about on GitHub? I think I had room canvas. Let's see. Where is that Excalidraw project? Oh, you should be able to find it here. Oh, that's insane. It turns out that I cannot really find that. Let's go to the next one. Okay, I'd better search it directly from here. So that was Excalidraw. How about the draw app? Yeah, this is the one. Over here, if I go to apps and Excalidraw front end, if I click on app, and then we have canvas room. Over here we have page.tsx. Can't I see that? I do not have good internet connectivity, that's the problem. Never mind, let it be. So over here we have room canvas, and the room canvas is inside components and room canvas. So if I go to components and room canvas, we have it here. So what's the problem? Is this not the project I'm working on? Let me see. Or let's do one thing, we can just simply delete it altogether. That would be better as well. Hopefully, yesterday I tried to do that anyway. Never mind, let's do one thing. Let me check this thing out as well, this one. Okay, yeah. So coming back to this one, so many things are here. Control K and W to just simply remove everything. I hope this is the command. Yeah. So these are the things that we have. Coming back to apps, Excalidraw, and if I go to this one, if I go to components, I have room. Okay, this was the project. I was working on a different one by mistake. Never mind. So in that case, what was the project I was working on? This one over here. Room canvas is not present. Accidentally I deleted that and everything got lost. Okay, never mind. So this is the project. Coming back to this 22 draw app, let me just simply delete it from here. Excalidraw, this is gonna be here. That's even fine. So again I'll have to install all the dependencies and all. So coming back to this one, let me what is this called? Let me collapse. Yeah, so that is called collapse. And ls pnpm install everything first of all. Already up to date, that is good. And now the thing is that I need to have environment variables. This is the environment variable, database URL. Okay, let me just simply copy it, paste it inside. Okay, even inside this I have. Interesting. Let me paste it inside DB. Inside DB I have. Great, yeah. I think yesterday I did this. Okay, so we have it. How about the generated section? We have it. So can I just simply run this or build this? Let's see. There are definitely gonna. This is the project. Whatever I have, I just simply pulled it from GitHub that I pushed a long time back, and no doubt there are gonna be errors. Okay, so first of all, it is saying what? It is saying that KW is somewhere. Game.ts KW. Crazy. So game.ts, if I go here, somewhere I written KW. This is the one. This is what happens. Okay, if I try to build this again. Okay, done. pnpm and dev. It should be starting it, but there's gonna be issue if I'm not wrong. Let's see. Well, it has started it, hasn't it? Okay, port 3012 2. Close this, close this, close this, close. Okay, not close that. Control Shift T. Coming back to this one. Local host 3000. I have to rebuild it. It's not like I will not rebuild this, but there were many bugs in the previous project that I made, so we have to fix those bugs as well. It is saying that go to room directly. Am I logged in? So if I go to page, okay, I was logged in. What am I using for the authentication there? I like what I think better auth or something. How can I know that? The good question anyway. On the front end side, what am I using for the authentication purpose? Package.json. We have Next.js, JWT code. That's insane. In that case, how am I checking whether the user is logged in? Probably storing the token. Let me see. How is this authentication part done? So if I go to room, page.tsx, room ultimately page, right? So we need to authenticate the user, and this particular use effect is getting that particular done. So room ID, okay, that's fine. Coming back to this one, local storage, getting the token from the local storage. So token is getting stored in the local storage, and I get the token after signing up or signing in. Okay, once I have the token, I validate it using this is user. This is nothing but a helper function, auth. Okay, so is user token JWT decode is nothing but a library. Library that just simply gives me this object, and using that I can just simply verify it as user ID. So it gets verified. It is decoded. The question is JWT decode. Let me explore it a bit. JWT decode. What exactly it does? Probably it validates the token on the client side. Oh, come on. Can I turn the dark mode on? Not this one, yeah. What am I doing? Dark reader. Hopefully it's gonna work. It turns out on. Oh, we have it. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Continuing from here. As for this dark mode, let me forget about this. Coming back to this one. So what do we have to do? First of all, after installation, we have to get JWT decode. Once we have that, we have to have a token, okay, and then we have to decode it. We have to get the log value. If it prints, that simply means it has decoded. Okay, that's fine, and that is it. It just simply decodes it. So there is a difference between decoding and verifying. That's right. So that's fine. It just simply knows whether the user has that particular token or not, and if that is saved, then that token will have the expiry as well. So if the token is not expired, so we can verify the user whether the user is authenticated or not. So this is how things are gonna be done. Okay, pretty much fine. On the basis of that thing, it is either returning the ID of the user. Now what is the use of this? Why do we use double these quotation marks? Not quotation marks, these punctuation marks. So I think it is mainly used for what? It just makes it false and then makes it true. So ultimately I return the number. Let me take the help of AI here. I knew it back then and then I forgotten it again. And this is how my learning goes, seriously. Why to use these here? Yeah, let's see. So in JavaScript, what is this called? First of all, I don't even know the name. This is what? This is exclamation mark. Okay, fine. Coming back to this one. So in JavaScript, double exclamation marks is used to convert any value into boolean, true or false. Wow. So decoded user ID, it will definitely have the user ID. Is logged in is gonna be equals to this. So how it works? First, the exclamation mark converts the value to a boolean and then reverses it. So when you use a exclamation mark, that becomes false and then we make it true again. So undefined. Okay, that's fine. The second reverses it again. That's right. So first one it makes it false and the second one makes it true. That makes sense. I can even make it like this, that const user id, that's gonna be equals to decoded dot user id, just like this. Once we have that, then const is logged in. I mean, things should be understandable, right? Otherwise what is the use of even writing the code? This mistake I've been making, like I've been writing the code the way I wanted. That should not be done. That should be structured. Now this is gonna be boolean, that simply means it can either be true or false. This is how it's gonna be going on. Alrighty, pretty simple. And coming back to this, so it just simply authenticates, and if the user exists, in that case if the user does not exist, we return to the sign up page, and the user is not logged in, toast. Makes sense. Apart from this particular thing, if the user is actually logged in, then we have to get all the rooms, so making a request to this, now this is problematic. Why? Just a minute, let me do one thing. We have quite a lot of things here. We'd better create a we have config, right? We do have it, so let me do one thing. Over here I'm gonna be creating a config folder. Once the config folder is created, I'll keep this particular file inside there. Inside the config, I have HTTP backend, I have web this backend, and export const frontend. Now the problem is that WebSocket is URL, HTTP backend URL, the name should be same at least. Now I don't know where all I used this, so I'll have to make sure that I make it right. Okay, not a problem. HTTP backend URL WS. How about keeping them same backend URL and the frontend URL? What is the frontend URL in this particular case? Frontend. Seriously, frontend URL, and that was I don't even know. I mean, need frontend URL here, right? It's not required. Just this much. Coming back to this, over here we were using localhost 3001. Turns out that is the backend URL. Backend URL localhost 3001, right? So instead of using this much, can I do this? Cut, paste, and just like this, backend HTTP backend URL. Here we are. So this is how I'm just simply importing it here. Once imported, I'm using it. And headers bearer. It turns out that the token that I had, I'm even sending that with in the authorization, because it can be verified. Yeah, that's right. Then we are just simply setting the rooms once we get the room, and once we got the rooms, so response.data.rooms.length, if that is something, then rooms fetched successfully. Otherwise you haven't created the rooms yet. That is also right. Makes sense. And at the end, if there's any error, so yeah, okay, fine. And then we are just simply fetching the rooms. Room ID is there, so whenever the room ID changes, we have to fetch the rooms again. Room ID changes. Just a sec. This is just a room ID. This is a particular room, isn't that? What am I doing here in this page? So create room. This is just a normal create room page trash. We can create a room, we can delete the room. So as soon as we actually create a room, it should be updated, right? So as soon as we create the room, room ID is gonna be there. Okay. So once the room ID gets changed, it gets fetched. Okay, I will show that in action anyway. So we have handle change, we have room. So whenever the room ID changes, we have to fetch the room's details again. So that makes sense. And that is it. This first part gets done. So this is how the ultimately authentication is done. So where was I anyway? Okay, I was somewhere, I forgotten. Yeah, we were facing some issues, weren't we? It turns out we are not facing that. That's great. So let me go to sign up. let me enter demo EAWS sign up. Either signing up in that comes in green color. Wow. So let it, I think that's already, the user is already there, I mean logged in, signed up ultimately. No. What is the problem here? Either signing in, that is fine. Prisma client known request error. Model name user, fine. HTTP backend, username is demo and this. It turns out that my backend is not able to make a request to the database. So whenever I make a request to sign up, when it comes to signing up, so at the end of the day, where are we signing up? This is the form, and at the end of the day handle submit is here. When handle submit, okay, first of all let me make it right as well. I mean that was right, but it can be better, and that's what I'm working on. May not be the best name, but okay, that's fine. HTTP backend URL, because there are two types of backends here, and then at the end of the day we are just simply sending the request. The request goes to this. So if I go to my backend right now, HTTP backend, inside the backend I have my source. Inside the source, okay, we have to make the backend better as well. Like this is the most simplest backend ever. That is why let's work on this project first of all, make it better, and then rebuild this again from scratch. Hopefully that will not take a lot of time. Okay, coming back to this one, we are trying to sign up right now, so that is why we had better structure our code better. Okay, coming back to this one, we are getting the request.body, yeah, that is right. Once we got that, so what is the problem? We are even parsing that. Once passed, user already exists. Error signing up the user, this is the one that I'm getting. So there is no new user, prisma.client. What are we trying to do here? We are trying to sign up, sign in. So let me go through that section as well. So ultimately, what was the error here? Error signing in. Error signing in. Ultimately, this is the error. In that case, Prisma is unable to make a request, as simple as that, to the database. And why is that so? This generated, probably I need to generate it again. So let me delete this. This generated is deleted. Stop everything. CD back to what? CD back to database. ls pnpm prisma generate. I generated yesterday, so it should anyway be working, but okay. pnpm build. pnpm dev. Okay, let's try this thing up. First of all, it needs to be started. Okay, things seems to be fine. Reload the page. Of course, we are trying to sign in here. Signing in here, demo was the user. EAWS WRD1234. Let's simply sign in. Error signing in, got the error again. Interesting. Let me do one thing. This is the HTTP backend, right? The question is, we are not even using logger here. Easy. Where is that? While signing in, we are getting the error, and when we are getting the error, I even want to log. So error is actually gonna be error, so that I can see exactly what kind of error I got. Right now, this is the Prisma client error. So what I think. That the database related issue is here, but I would like to check it one more time. Here we are. At least this time the error is gonna be logged. HTTP backend, everything's fine. Send the request again. Okay, and here we are. So time to dig it up. Okay, so driver adopter authentication failed. Okay, U is for T is for top, D for bottom. Okay. Prisma client known request prisma.user.find unique invocation. Authentication failed against the database server. The provided database credentials PostgreSQL are not valid. Literally, let me see. What is the problem, bro? That's the cannot find a client. It is unable to find the client. Crazy. Let me try to import it again. Now it's fine. And let me check the credentials as well. So database URL PostgreSQL PostgreSQL Postgres 3241 localhost 5432 draw app. This seems to be right. And the same thing is used. Let me do one more time. This time what I did, I just simply imported a database object, whatever that is, again. Let me click on demo PAWS1234 signing. Literally, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, it turns out I'm still getting the same. Postgres credentials are not valid. Okay. In that case, what can I do? That cannot be possible anyway. CD DB TM Prisma migrate deb. If I'm able to migrate, that simply means the credentials are right. Oh well, they're not right. Okay, PostgreSQL is not a valid. Got it. So there's something wrong with the URL that I have. PostgreSQL Postgres excuse me, Postgres 3241 localhost. What is the issue? Let me do it again. Wow, just QL was extra here. I thought it would work, but it did not. Never mind, let me remove it from everywhere. It needs to be removed from here, just needs to be Postgres. And it turns out there are a lot of things, so let me just simply collapse everything. Coming back to this, and environment variable, this QL is removed, WebSocket, QL needs to be removed, and DB, everything's fine. Let's try it one more time. Hopefully this time everything's gonna work. pnpm dev. Okay, everything's up and running. Reload the page. Even the previous request is being sent. That's good stuff. Is that no? Demo PAWS www.wadi1234 signing in. User had been signed in. Congratulations, welcome back. This is how everything goes on, and we can definitely create one more room. 1 second. Test. Name it anything, that doesn't really matter. Second room has been created. Everything works fine so far. Go to testing room. Congratulations, HTTP backend. Oh yeah. So let's do one thing. Where all do I have HTTP backend written? So Control Shift. What do I need to do now? First of all, activity, focus activity bar, and now let's go to this one. Backend URL. These are the places I want to replace it with HTTP backend URL, and replace all. Of course, replace all. Done. and once that is replaced, then reload the page. I may have to restart everything. Come on, here we are. Let me just simply stop it, restart it, and this time it should be working. Reload it again. Isn't it working? What is the issue? It is actually coming from config, that is right. I even restarted that. Let me check it. So where do I need to go? Yeah, that's yet to be seen. We need to go to the draw/http.ts Excalidraw. Collapse everything. Apps, Excalidraw, draw, http.ts. Over here, this name is still, the name is the same. We changed it, didn't we? Let me try it one more time. Here we are. We have to find backend URL. We've done that. HTTP backend. We have to even find HTTP backend, and we have to replace it. So wherever I have to replace it with this. Replace it. Now that should be fine. HTTP. Let me go here. Such a crazy thing. The last time when I replaced it, replaced this as well. So HTTP backend URL, and this should be backend URL. Now things should be fine. Hopefully it has done the right thing, otherwise I'll have to go and get it right manually. That's the thing. It turns wherever I have WS URL, now another problem, WebSocket URL, right? So now wherever I have WS URL, that needs to be replaced with the WS backend URL, just like this. And if I run this, that should be fine as well. So if I restart it, let's see whether everything works or not this time. Reload the page. Okay, here we are. Welcome back everybody. Seems to be fine. I know this is really bad. Even the last time when I worked on it, there were actually many bugs here. So never mind, we'll fix everything, and we'll just simply start working on that. Let's simply exit the room. Room left. Another HTTP backend URL. What is the it is the room.page.tsx. This is how it just simply replaced everything. By the way, we have to go to room this time. Control Shift E. We have to go to room. Where is the room? App room page.tsx. And I thought it would work great, but it's made it really worse. So wherever I have used this at two places, if I'm not wrong, it should be the HTTP backend URL. That is it. Now the error should be gone, and here we are, room page successfully. Let's start working on the code part. It was all about making it work till now, and now is all about making it better. But before that, I'm actually working it after a long time. So this pencil stuff, what is this? This is just another page, if I'm not wrong, that I created. Pencil. Ultimately there are two ways. Yeah, there are two ways to create the pencil. And come on, how can I delete it? It can't be. No, it can be. And that's really good stuff. Anyway, so coming back to this code part. So this pencil is doing what? Let me just simply go through everything really quickly. So at the end of the day, this is just a normal page, and in this particular normal page, this, so many use effects are here. But at the end of the day, we have just a normal canvas. We have the reference of the canvas, we have the size, we have the height. So size dot width, size dot height. Where is this size coming from? This size is actually coming from here. Width is 500, height is 500. And I think that's by default, because I don't think the size is just 500. We can write anywhere, right on the screen. So the size of this canvas is equivalent to Windows height, inner height. We'll see that. Then, so first of all, we have the canvas ref, then we have context ref. Okay, that's fine. WebSocket ref, WebSocket is that's really being used here. I have even removed the, forget about that. Pencil section is a painting ref, coordinates, thickness, size, pencil data, fine. Coming back to this one, context current, pencil data. Okay, it's completely what is happening over here. After seeing after so long, it's crazy. Never mind. First of all, we have the context dot current ref. It just simply gives me the context of the canvas. But the question is that this is the use effect that runs first or not? Yeah, this is the use effect that runs first. So when it runs, so it just simply sets the value. So the value is actually inner width and inner height. That is why I can see that. Then we have set value. That's fine. Connected to WebSocket, it gets connected to the WebSocket, but we are not really doing that yet here. New WebSocket, localhost 4000, we don't really have that. Remove it from here, get rid of it. We are not really connecting to any WebSocket. Assign context, when it comes to assign context, so we got the canvas 2D, then we save it here and the job is done. Okay, fine. And then get pencil data. When it comes to getting the pencil data, that simply means fetching it from the database. First of all, I made a request. Once I got the data dot for each, I got these values. Once I got these values, render pencil. So pencil has start x, start y, mouse x, mouse y, render pencil. So we are just simply rendering them, right? Got it from the database, backend. And once I got the data, I'm just simply rendering that. What does this render pencil does? It just simply takes these values, gets the context. We have x1, y1, and steep. This is just another formula for writing. I mean, using pencil. So we need to have the steep, and then we have this. Again, I will not be talking about this formula, because again, this one is not gonna be the one I'm gonna be using. So first of all, we are what is this called? Forgot the name. We are exchanging the value, like what? Forgot the exact name. We are just simply saying that x1, y1, y1, x1. So x1 will have the value of y1, y1 will have the value of x1. So we are just simply exchanging the values. What's the right name? Forgot that. Okay, so we are doing it at both the places. So this is another formula that we can dig deeper into later on. It's just a formula. You have to just simply place the values, and once that is done, so ctx will steep. So at the end of the day, you need y, you need x, and at the end of the day, you will be creating small rectangles, and those rectangles are gonna be making the lines. So thickness current, thickness this. At the end, we have y, we have x, and this is how it just simply goes on. No need to worry about this particular part anyway. This is not what I'm gonna be using. I have another way. So, but this is fine. At the end of the day, we have to just simply draw the rectangles, right? So what is the use of even doing this much? Anyway, this is something that we still have to go through. So, but this is the pencil part. So let's keep it aside. Coming back to this canvas, first of all, we get the room ID. Once we get the room ID, we definitely authenticate the user. So once the user is authenticated, once we know that the user is signed up, after that we create a WebSocket connection, and again we pass the token over there so that we can validate the user. and authenticate the user, of course. And once the socket connection is actually on, set web socket, so we are just simply setting it here so that this socket can be used or passed anywhere, and we are just simply sending the request to join the room with the room ID, so that this information is actually saved on the backend side as well. That makes sense. And coming back to this one, once we have the socket, we are just simply passing the room ID and socket there. At this particular point of time, the socket connection is connected, we are connected to the WebSocket backend, and we have the room ID. We have even joined the room as per the logic. Okay, coming back to this one. So right now we have the socket, we have the room ID. Once we have all these things, this page is all about what? This page is all about canvas. So ultimately we have the real canvas over here, and it turns out things are like this. So let's just simply understand this project, and I think that's more than enough, and then rebuild everything from scratch. That would be better, right? So we just simply have the canvas over here. Here we have the text area, the icon button, to top bar, and all these things are here. And at the end of the day, canvas ref is here, window inner width, height, and on double click, handle double click. So whenever you double click, so what happens when we double click here? Just a sec. Set is input visible. Okay, so whenever we double click, we can just simply enter the things here. So canvas, yeah, we are gonna, what the hell, literally, what is the name? Canvas with the room ID. Anyway, let me go to the home page, go to the room, join the room, and if I just simply double click, I should be able to write this stuff. The thing is that if I actually want to build everything without taking the help of AI, then I need to understand the formulas. Ultimately they are the ones that are getting everything done here, right? So we will be focusing on the formulas and we'll understand them well. Before even that, handle double clicks makes sense, and then we must have handle click as well. So we have handle click, we have handle click. Now this handle click can be down, yeah, mostly it's gonna be down. This text area is here, this is gonna be visible. So input ref and text area input value on change, it should be visible conditionally. So if I talk about this input ref, so just a minute, where all do I have used input ref here? So input ref dot current dot style dot display. So this is where it is being displayed. The question is where? Handle click. So whenever I click somewhere, at that time, just a minute, I selected this text and I clicked, then it got visible. So whenever I click somewhere, first of all I get the reference of the canvas, then 2D, okay, that's fine, selected tool I get, and once I have the selected tool, I check the input value. If the input value is send data to the server, WebSocket server. If I have the input value, then I just simply save it, as simple as that. Get text dimensions and all. And if input.ref.current, if that does not exist, in that case we make the input unvisible and all. If that is visible, then unvisible, otherwise set input value is gonna be this, set input visible. Okay, false, forget about this. At the end of the day, whenever you double click or whenever you select that input is gonna be visible, but at the end of the day that input is nothing but this text area. So using the reference variable, this input ref, we are making it visible and unvisible conditionally. So this is how it's just simply getting done. We have this logout, we have this top bar, that's fine, and at the end of the day we have this canvas. And the most important thing actually is this, that is handle click. So when it comes to handle click, okay, handle click, then what? Okay, that's interesting. So handle click on what? Handle click on the canvas. So if I click on the canvas, by default nothing's gonna happen, but if I double click, something's gonna happen. Apart from this particular thing, some inputs needs to be selected. Now if I click, that's gonna be drawn. right? So if selected tool is gonna be equals to text, then set is input visible. Okay, render input. What is this render does? It just simply makes it visible. So at the end of the day, it gets the position. Once it gets the position, okay, just a minute. Render input and set position, current style display block this game this. Once we have the game use effect whenever it runs, it just simply connects to that, and inside that we have all the logic. Let's do one thing. We will take the help of this whole thing when it gets actually needed. As for right now, we'll just simply work on another project, like another project in the sense we'll rebuild everything, and whenever it's needed, we'll come back here and we'll take the help of it. So ultimately, this is how it's gonna be going on. Coming back to this, otherwise, in understanding the project is gonna be taking time, and then of course at the end of the day, we have to rebuild this. We have the overall idea exactly how the things are gonna work. So let's go on. Okay, coming back to this, but just a sec. I'm still thinking, wouldn't it be better to just simply at least go through it once? So coming back to this canvas, room canvas, everything is fine here so far. Coming back to this canvas, we have get position function, just simply gets the position. We have render, it just simply renders. We have this use effect. The way I wrote the code earlier, even myself I'm not able to understand. That's crazy. Canvas current, at the end of the day, whenever the canvas ref changes, I'm just simply instantiating this particular class, and inside this class everything's happening. Let's see. At the end of the day, we have to build it, right? So let's spin up a project where we are actually working on this. If I try to understand my previous project, it's gonna be super insane thing. So it's better to just simply create a new one, and at the end of the day, I have created one. So this is the draw app. Just a sec. Hasn't that been on? Okay, this was the one. Never mind. So let me keep it inside what? Inside 22. Draw app. This is how it's gonna be going on. That hasn't been done yet. At least this is here right now, yeah. Okay, so coming back to this code, draw app code, that should be visible. Yeah, this is how it just simply goes. Let's close everything. This Excalidraw is definitely gonna be here, and apart from this particular thing, 22, hopefully this is the old one. It turns out to be right. In that case, let me keep it here. As for the color is actually gonna be what? PEACUCK. Okay, let's give it this color. So this has this one, another one has green one, and the one that I'm gonna be working on right now, that will have altogether a different color. So that's gonna be draw app. Let's see exactly how we can do it here. Starting it from scratch, that makes sense. Even the last time Okay, so at the end of the day, it's even time to plan this stuff. And as for the formulas and all, we'll Google and all, and we'll somehow get it done. Okay, coming back to this. So at the end of the day, we need to have a home page. That doesn't really matter, that's the most basic things. And we need to have a room page where we have all the rooms and we can create the room. And we need to have a canvas page, so canvas board page. And for creating the pages and all, we will take the help of AI, and remaining things we'll see how it goes. Okay, so this is the thing done. Now we will have a few things here. We'll have front end, we'll have HTTP backend. It should be okay. Come on here, can't I write well? Okay, then we'll have HTTP backend, and then we'll have WS backend. Okay, now let's talk about the functionalities. Front end is pretty simple. Front end will have what? Front end will have canvas first of all. Front end will have socket, so that whenever I just draw something, that just simply gets sent to the backend. So mainly these two things are there. HTTP backend will just simply have normal HTTP server. Coming back to WebSocket, this will have a socket, and this socket connection will do what? At the end of the day, this will just simply talk to DB and store the values. So this is how it's gonna be going on. Forget about this. Okay, let's go ahead. Now when it comes to any shape, so there are gonna be actually many shapes, right? So at the end of the day, the shape, we'll have to create the types for the shape. That's right, and that's gonna be done on whenever that's needed. So at the end of the day, whenever we draw something, suppose I do this thing here, so as soon as we draw, somehow we'll get the coordinates. Once we get the coordinates, we have to render first of all on the go those coordinates to the WebSocket, and once we send them, WebSocket will just simply save them to the database. And whenever we refresh the page and all, suppose I refresh the page, in that case what will happen? I will make a HTTP request to the database, to the WebSocket HTTP server. Then I will get the coordinates ultimately. I'll get them. Once I get them, I will render, and this is how the things are gonna be going on. Many more things are gonna be there. Of course, we'll have to go through the things one by one. We will have to even go through the previous projects. So these two projects are not this one. This one and this one, these two we have here to just simply take the help of, and remaining things we have to get done. Okay, let's create a mono repo here. This is gonna be version 1. That simply means we will not have a lot of features. Slowly we will integrate them one by one. So first of all, what do we have to do? We have to focus on the front end part. That makes sense. So 1x create turbo create, what's the command? Turbo create @latest. Yeah, if I go to turbo repo, again this is gonna be a turbo repo setup. Turbo repo, and mainly I'm gonna be using bun in this particular case. It's good to just simply have everything at one place, and we can start everything directly. So that is why I'm using turbo repo here. So coming back to this, what is the problem? Bunex turbo create @latest, the command is wrong or what? Coming back to this one, get started. I am facing the network issue for sure. I'm not. Come on here, how long will it take? Yeah. Installation should not be taking a lot of time. Okay, when it comes to installation part, So the create turbo at the latest. I just wrote it opposite. Bunix create turbo at the latest. Okay, so here, yeah, I should name it the first part anyway, because at the end of the day we have to build it the best way possible, and at least 30 days can easily be given to this project. But let's see, as I do not have good network connectivity, so it's gonna be time consuming, and let's see. 4/9, come on yaar. Okay, meanwhile what can we do? Meanwhile we can do nothing actually. We can wait, and we have to just simply start from there on. And let me do one thing, close this JWT. Okay, let's keep it here. Canvas. Canvas API, and hopefully that's done. Where would you like to create? In the current directory, that's fine. I'm gonna be using bun over here. Let's simply download all the files. Don't I have good network connectivity? Fast.com. It turns out I don't. Okay, never mind. We got the canvas, all these things. We can just simply make the what diagrams on that. It is still downloading. Let me fix the network issue. I'll be right back. Let me try to get it fixed. Do one thing, just a sec, not this one. Turn off auto stop. Okay, fine, going ahead. So come on, I hope it's gonna be downloaded very soon. Right now the network connectivity is definitely good. Does it work faster? Current directory, bun. Hopefully it will not be taking a lot of time. The best thing is that create as much as you can on your own. If I actually take the help of AI, then the confidence goes away. So even if the project is gonna be created, the confidence is not gonna be there that I can build it again. So it's better to just do everything, most of the things on our own. Only front end we can get created by AI. And for that thing I'm gonna be using V0. I mean V0 by Vercel, of course. So at least this Vercel V0 AI will be responsible for creating the front end, and that's gonna be enough for me, right? I mean that should be enough anyway. Do I have the credits? I have this much. We can log in with another account as well. We get the credits for free, don't we? So yeah. So this much is done. And coming back to this, we have docs, we have web. So let's remove this docs app, and I will have one more. That's gonna be HTTP backend, and yeah, that makes sense. And then we'll have one more, and that's gonna be WS backend. These two types of backends I'll have, and that is it. Interesting stuff. Inside packages I'll have DB, and of course I'll have Prisma over there. As for optimizations and all, we will definitely work on them, but the first thing is that let's work on the front end part, just the front end part. Create the board. At the end of the day, what is gonna happen? At the end of the day, come on, where is my board? Board, here it is. Not this one. So here it is. Yeah, so at the end of the day, what do we have to do? We have to log in, and all. That's pretty simple. Login, sign up, whatever you want to do. This is the first thing. Once we log in, we should be able to create rooms, right? Once we create the room, we should be able to join the room. Once we are joined the room, we should be on the canvas page. So we should be inside canvas page, and that is it, right? And other people should be able to be inside the canvas page, and ultimately this is the overall flow that should follow. And when it comes to this, so right now we are just simply working on this canvas page part. Forget about everything, login, join, create room. Let's just simply create a board. This is the most critical part, creating the board. Everything else can be simple and easy peasy. Okay, so coming back to this one, just one thing I'm gonna do, and that is create the page. So not this one, yeah. Inside web app, I have these things by default. I'm gonna be creating another one, canvas page, that is it. And inside this canvas I have page.tsx, or not by this, page.tsx. Okay, this is done. Now the question is RAFC. This is gonna be just my canvas page. Okay, on top of this we can actually have many things. We can have canvas wrapper and all. So let's do one thing. Let's at the end of the day, what do we need to have here? Inside this we need to have a canvas. So ultimately a canvas is gonna be there, just in here, canvas. So a canvas needs to be here. We need to have top bar here somehow. We need to have, so there needs to be top bar. Call it top bar, call it toolbar. This is gonna be toolbar. So we need to have a toolbar. Then we need to have canvas. And apart from this, we need to have what? We need to have a tool menu. There's tool menu as well. Again, what am I talking about? I am talking about this Excalidraw stuff. So Excalidraw.com. All this. Oh, come on, this is insane. And this is beta. So this is the toolbar, and not this one. This is the tool menu. So we need to have these two things, and remaining things we'll figure out on the board. So that's fine. So let's do one thing. Can I just delete everything from here? Yeah, I can. And now take this screenshot of it, because if I actually start working on the front end part, it will take a lot of time. So let's take the help of AI and build the front end part, and then we'll work on the logic. Create just the front end for Excalidraw flow project. Here we are. Let's see. Arey bhai, ruk ja. This is not enough. It's okay, I can continue. I hope it hasn't been cancelled. I hope it's not gonna even take a lot of time. Okay, it turns out it has started building. That's fine, but how long will it take? Globals.css. So it is just simply initializing an Next.js project. A Next.js project actually. Meanwhile, I should be able to see what? This is the project that's being built. But I tried to build this anyway, but it could not be built. Check. This is the one, right? That's being built currently, front end part. Yeah. So I'm missing something here, or the UI has changed. I don't know. How can I see the things going on here currently? It is thinking and doing nothing. Something is up. Usually the interface is not like this. I mean few days back I had a look at this and the interface wasn't, but probably it has changed. It is just simply telling me that toolbar, left panel, canvas, bottom status bar, read all these things. It is just simply creating, but I cannot see the preview and code section option because we have to download the code from here. Now let me verify. Okay, that's fine. Come on, yaar, get it done. Vercel project. This is Vercel V0 app, right? It has created something like this. Literally. Is this good? I mean, not bad actually, right? We will change the UI if needed. So this is how things look like. Not bad actually, I mean. Again, this is not gonna be working. It does. What the hell? It has created the overall front end. I mean, it has created your board. Things are not working as expected. They are not working. Yeah. Let's do one thing. Let's get everything done on our own. Ultimately, I just asked it to create the front end, but it has created everything. We have to ultimately create something like this, and that should not be a big deal, right? So at the end of the day, this is the canvas page. Hello there. Of course, I can turn on status. I hope I've used it even a lot, but okay, never mind. I can enable this. Let's see how it's gonna be going on. As long as I have the credits, I can use the suggestions as well. So we can use the suggestions given by the AI, and this is how we'll go on. Coming back to this, let me see if everything's up and running or not. So PM, not PM, burn dev. So the front end is running on localhost 3000. So let's go to localhost 3000. Close this. I mean, it's good. It is good for creating the static web pages. Not for this one because it has created the everything ultimately. I do not want. So this is how it actually looks like, and if I go to my /canvas page, my canvas page is gonna say hello. That is it, nothing else. What the hell? Default export is not React components. It needs to be exported by default. Can I say export default this? Export default canvas. Will it work? Yeah, hello there. If I say just RAFC, come on, RAFC, what do I get? I don't get the default export. Get RAFCE. Over here I get the default export. Okay, so next time onwards I have to write RAFCE, or I can write it on my own. That makes sense. Coming back to this is the page that we have. We have to delete a few things like this. Page module, layout, everything is fine here. That's fine. This create next step is actually gonna be what? Draw app. A simple drawing app built with simple. Okay, so this is done, and apart from this particular thing, what do we need to worry about? Nothing. Let's continue from here. So we have this div over here. Come on, we have this div over here, and we need to have a few things. We need to have first of all canvas content page goes here, that's fine. Toolbar, come on. Then we need to have tool menu, and lastly we need to have canvas. So this is how we are gonna be going ahead. All these are gonna be components. So yeah, they are gonna be components. So I'm gonna be creating a components page here. Once the components page is actually here, we can do what? Components for canvas section. There are gonna be many types of components, right? So canvas, and inside this we'll have what? Inside this we'll have tool.tsx. I mean, isn't this the one gonna be tool.tsx or toolbar.tsx, RAFCE. Toolbar, that's fine. So this is the one, and apart from this toolbar we need to have tool menu .tsx. Okay, let's see, RAFCE. I'm not getting the suggestions. Tool menu is also here. Apart from this tool menu we need to have the canvas, and that's gonna be interesting stuff. Okay, let's have canvas here too. Oh, come on. We need to have canvas.tsx, and canvas board. This should be canvas board, and RAFCE canvas board. So this is how things are actually going to be going on. And once we have all this is the canvas page, and that makes sense. Coming back to this, I'm going to be importing toolbar, and then tool menu, and then canvas board. Of course I have to import them. So this particular thing is done, at least this much. So on the board I'll have these many things, right? Let's talk about this toolbar, exactly how it can be created and all. Here we are. But before even that, let's do one thing. Toolbar will have toolbar by default, right? I wanna do one thing. That is this canvas will have canvas and all these things. Let's see how it looks like. Oh, come on, canvas. That's not bad. So ultimately we have a canvas here. Width at 100. This style border is this much. Okay, let's see how it looks like. So page.module that is not found. So in that case, let me delete this from here, and even this whole thing needs to be deleted. So RAFCE, or I can say export default function home. We can do it like this as well, but okay, never mind. We can go with the RAFCE home. This is how it's done. So home page is here, and if I try to see the things, so this is how the overall things look like. This is the canvas anyway. So at this time, if I go to the canvas section, we even need to have something to manage the states, otherwise that's gonna be problematic. Let's manage the state manually right now, but later we'll introduce a library, const. Now first of all we have width and height, right? canvas size, set canvas size. By default it is this much, but it does not need to be, right? Okay, that's great. AI is giving us the suggestions. The only thing is that I'll run out of the credits very soon, and then I will not be able to take the help of that. I can give some border is here. Can we give the background color to white? Let's see. Come on, react.useState that needs to be imported. It can be great as, oh come on, why am I not able to import it? I wanna import it like this. Yeah, that's fine. React useState. You are importing module that depends on useState. Okay, use client. Okay, fine. This needs to be a client component. Yeah, client. So this is our canvas. This toolbar menu, really bad, I know. And apart from this particular thing, I want to remove everything from here. So let's just simply remove all the global.css that I have. And if I go to this one, canvas board, this is the canvas board that we have. And inside this, let me remove this background color now. It's gonna be black by default if I'm not wrong. It is not black by default. That's insane. Background color, that's gonna be green. I mean, what, blue something. Let's keep it black. Okay, so this is how it's gonna be going on. This is the board right now. This is the toolbar and all. Now once this much is done, the first thing that I'd like to do, that is I have a use anything else that I can do here. This is just normal canvas, right? And this is the canvas board section. This section itself will have many things. Let's do one thing. We can do it later. So use effect and get elements by ID, canvas as HTML, literally CDX context. I don't really want to do all those things. This is what I want to do here. It's gonna be running initially, and over here what I want, that is set canvas size. Yeah, that's one. So ultimately I wanted to set the size of the canvas to the inner width of the window equivalent to that, and inner height of the window, and this should run only initially, so that's fine as well. Returns stateful. What is the problem? Expected 1 but got 0 but got 2. What? Expected 0 to 1 arguments but got 2 arguments. Did it really get 2 of them? This is a use effect anyway. Now that's fine. So this is how we need to import it, of course. So this is how it's literally, yeah, this AI is crazy. So this is how it's gonna be going on, and right now this has the all width and all. As for this div, class name, this is gonna be canvas board. Apart from being the canvas board, do we have tailwind here? Don't know. Tailwind, we don't. So let's get that. Tailwind.css.com. Get started. So we have to use tailwind inside what? Let's go to the framework inside Next.js, and first of all we need to install these things inside Next.js. Yeah, so yeah, we are cd apps ls cd web and install, but we have to install it using bun. So that's gonna be bun add. So we are getting everything from Tailwind. Now we have to create a post.config.mjs, collapse everything, go to apps. Can I make it smaller? Yeah, this much is better. Coming back to this HTTP, not HTTP web, we have to create post.config.mjs. Post. We don't really have it. So the next file, that's gonna be post.config.mjs. That should be mts if I'm not wrong, because we are using types to copy everything, paste it over here. So ultimately this thing is done, and we have to import it inside globals.css. So if I go to apps, globals.css, we have to import it like this, and we have to just simply run that. It should be working, right? So okay, most of the things are done. Let's try to run that. One day, just front end is gonna be running this time, and when it comes to this, as the front end is running, reload the page. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Okay, so a bit bigger, that's better. So over here we have canvas page.tsx, we have canvas board, and when it comes to this canvas board, we have this. Now we have to make it what, relative or what? Yeah, this should be relative to this. Everything's gonna be, so this is gonna be relative, widthful, heightful, and nothing else. And as for this canvas, class name, can't canvas have the class name? You can. Absolute top 0, left 0. Canvas doesn't need to be absolute anyway. I need to make absolute the other things, and this relative should not be here. Rather, this relative should be inside this class name, relative this. I'll have to stop this anyway, it's crazy. Okay, class name done, relative, toolbar is here. As for the toolbar, I have to make it what, absolute. Yeah, that needs to be done, and it should be top 0, and probably left is gonna be around 50%. Don't know how it's gonna be looking like, but let's see. This is done, or bringing it to the top, that's enough. Let's see. Toolbar, this doesn't make any difference anyway. This is the first thing, and after toolbar is done, we can go to tool menu, class name, absolute, top is gonna be 0, and left is gonna be, let me give it 50%, and then we'll see exactly how it goes. I'll definitely have to take the help of AI to get it done faster. It doesn't seem to be working amazing. Page.tsx, all these things are here. Canvas board, when it comes to the canvas board, it is just simple like this. BG green 500. Again, this cannot be visible. And apart from these things, we have the BG amber whatever. Let's make it 500. And similarly, we have toolbar. Let's give it the BG color as well. Not amber actually. BG can be blue around 500. Okay, it turns out that TypeScript is not Tailwind is not working. Why? Have I missed something? First thing that I had to install also, we've done that. Then we had to do this, we had to import this, and that is it, if I'm not wrong. So we do have tailwind here. We have post.config.mts. Let me make it mjs. Config. So we have tailwind exporting that from here, and right now is this gonna work? Not really. That's insane. What can I do now? How can I make tailwind work here? In that case, let me go to the home page. Home is here, and page.k6, class name, and that's gonna be font bold, text is gonna be 4XL. Yeah, tailwind is not working here for some reason. So in that case, let me install everything again. That's the only thing I can do. So these are the libraries that I had to install. So add all of them. They are already done. Then we had to create post.css config.mjs. Oh, the name is wrong here. Post css config.mjs. Now how about right now? Done div. Yeah, it seems to be working right now. I can even make it ts instead of making mjs. Can I make it mts? I don't know. Yeah, it's still does it work? Compiling. I think it's still working. Yeah, so it can even be MTS because we are using TypeScript over here, and let's simply get going right now. Even we have next.config.js, so even if I keep it mjs, that doesn't really make any difference, hopefully. Okay, closing everything. Let's see the result. Coming back to /canvas. Board can easily be created, that's not really a big problem. Wait, can't I get the canvas? It's being compiled. Okay, not a problem. My whole PC is stuck. For what? Oh, finally, my mouse seems to be working. Something went wrong earlier. Don't know what. This is insane. What is going on? What the hell? Literally. What is consuming this much space? even if I quit all these three windows, even if I close everything from here, then what's gonna happen? Let's even close everything. Forget about this. Let me spin up the terminal. Why is it taking the whole space? Stop. What is running in the background? I have to ask AI regarding this. Something's wrong with my PC right now. I don't even know what's running in the background. How to check? Just a minute. I gotta resolve this, otherwise I won't even be able to do anything. Show CPU usage is very high around, but RAM usage is only DFH. So ultimately, which one? I'll have to restart my PC. I don't know what I ran. Find the largest directory, where home, internet this analyzer, from 20 largest files. Disk analyzer. How can I check? Or I'll have to restart. I have no other option. Okay, then I'm gonna be back soon. I'll have to restart my PC. I don't know for what, but it is definitely something's running in the background and that's not stopping. And because of that thing, it's gonna be crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna be back soon. Until then, bye bye, take care. Let me fix this problem first.